We get our guy Paolo showing up with this one. In your opinion, is it surprising because it feels that Miami has retained a lot of their own players from going to the portal compared to previous years?
Um, I don't think it's surprising. I think it's the fact that like there have been few players from the like very top of the roster. You know, like as Cristobal was kind of building the roster in his own image, he shuttled off some of those guys from the top of the roster, all those SMU players who were all conference, right? You know, your Jared Harrison Hunts, your Elijah Roberts, who was down on the depth chart here and then, went there. Your Jafari Harvey, who had started 2 years here. Your Brashard Smith, who, was a running back his entire life, changed to slot receiver as a senior at Miami Palmetto, comes here, and then, you're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. And I don't think he had any path to playing time at running back here. I don't. I really honestly don't, unless it's a couple snaps here and there. Now, he had a couple long runs when we put him in at running back, but if you're running the offense in the way that Mario wants to, you need a little bit of a bigger physical dude. And unfortunately, Brashard didn't fit that bill, but he was one of the more talented players on the roster. And then he went to SMU. He's a starring player. So you're aware of the losses of those guys in, where like, because they continue to perform at a high level elsewhere. So from this year's team, and I mean, like, and then also, like the receiver Colby Young going to Georgia and starting day one, Lawrence Cager leaving, going to Georgia, starting day one. Like, there's instances of guys leaving and taking starring roles on elite teams immediately. So you feel that loss. I don't think that there are those kind of losses from the roster. So yeah, I mean, it's not surprising, but it's different for sure. Like, I know that there are, talking about, oh, well, I don't want this guy to go, or I don't want this guy to go, or, like we could have used, like Zion Nelson left this offseason. That's a guy who's Neon medically retired. Like, he hasn't played in years, literal years. When was the last time he took a snap? And he's had 3 or 4 setbacks from that knee injury, which was catastrophic, right? He's gone, right? He went to SMU to try and, rekindle things, but that's not a loss. Tyler Van Dyke, that's a known loss because he was the starting quarterback, but it's not a loss in terms of production because he was throwing the ball to every other color but orange, green, and white 2 years ago, right? So he's a notable departure, but not a loss. So yeah, in terms of that, there are very few guys who left who you're like, damn, I really wanted him to stay. Like a Daryl Jackson leaving and going to Florida State, had to sit out the year, but then bang, nailed on starter, 3rd team all conference or honorable mention all conference, I want to say. So yeah, there are less high profile or known departures who are probably going to step into starring roles elsewhere. So yeah, I think it is a fact that Miami has retained more from the top of the roster, more of the known guys, because nobody is really, beating themselves up about Frankie Tinalau leaving. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know if that's a difference without a distinction, but like, yeah, there are less top level players departing, I believe, than in the past.
Yeah, and Tyler Van Dyke, of course, made his way to Dallas along with half the roster from about 3 years ago, eventually.
And interestingly, Rhett Lashley said the goal and intent for Tyler Van Dyke is to come to SMU for a year to prepare himself for something in 26. So they're not even bringing him in to challenge to start, because I would think Kevin Jennings is nailed on, right? And then I don't even think that he's talking about the fact of like the opportunity that will eventually present itself to Tyler, even being in North Dallas in 2 years. So for me, I'm like, wow, okay. Like, I guess maybe he's just like, cool, we're going to get him in here, heal up, reset mentally, physically, technique-wise, and then he'll be among the top options in the portal in 2 years, I don't know. But like, it was interesting to me that was the statement made by Rhett Lashley.
Interesting. Paolo, appreciate the contribution. We thank everyone who has contributed here in any way. Please hit the like button and subscribe here at the Voice of College Football. When you see these notifications go out as well, just let family, friends, other acquaintances there on social media know that we are here for you basically every day to a certain extent here at the Voice of College Football on the Miami channel. And we've got some exciting updates to pass along here very, very soon. Yeah.
Very soon. But, there's also updates over on stateoftheu.com. Please come over and fan with us. We're in the middle of the State of the U Awards, our position reviews and recaps. Got another couple of pieces that I'm working on. And there's other of those pieces that are still forthcoming. So we've already hit several of your favorite positions. Several of your favorite players have been profiled, a la Cam Ward, because we couldn't hold the MVP piece. You know what I mean? Like, that was one, like, when Justin DeTavio picked that, he was like, cool, I'm going to start writing that now. And I was like, well, yeah, because Cam Ward is incredible and played incredibly for us. So there's all of that and more over stateoftheu.com. Please come over and fan with us. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at The State of the U. My personal Twitter is at Underwood Sports, where I have recovered from my heartbreak of the Detroit Lions losing in the playoffs, and I'm actually back tweeting over there and everything. And yeah, so whether it is Friday at 2 or usual Wednesday at 7, we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.